Hello. Hello, beautiful friends and family. Got some lag on Facebook. Hello, Christina. Hi, sweetheart. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, sweetheart. Infinite love and gratitude, beautiful. Hey, sweetheart, infinite love and gratitude. Yeah, we got some lag on Facebook. It says I got 3 people on. Yeah, beautiful. Nice to see you. Hey, Crystal, infinite love and gratitude. I hope I pronounced your name properly. So excited for you guys to come join me today. Yeah, because there's been like some huge shifts that have been going on in the planet. Some huge shifts that have been going on with the eclipse, summer solstice. And so as these shifts have been happening on the planet, there's been some huge energy waves that have been happening. And so I really come to create awareness, not only about these huge energetic waves that have been coming on and happening on this planet, but there's a real awareness that we need to create right now about what we would call to be the dark night of the soul. So tonight's discussion is going to be amazing. I'm super excited to come on and really share. We're going to be discussing dark night of the soul, ascension, and empaths. So I'm super excited for all of us, for all of you guys to be coming and joining me. Hey, Persephone and Elizabeth. Hey, beautiful friends and family, infinite love and gratitude. Yeah, I'm super excited. I'm super excited to come on so we can really share and we can really create awareness. And please, I ask, please share this video out, okay? Because what has been going on, I don't know if you guys have been scrolling through Facebook, even just scrolling through Facebook. Lately in the past few days, I've seen nothing but sadness. All these people have been passing away. So this is some real awareness that we really need to create right now as we move through this huge energetic wave that has been going on. Hey, beautiful. Thank you so much from Ireland. Yeah, I hope you guys are all doing well out there. Yeah, it's going to be a storm, so hopefully I don't get cut off. There's been lots of thunder and lightning that's been happening. So please, my beautiful friends and family, please share out this video just in case, because we want to have a real deep of understanding of what exactly is the dark night of the soul and what exactly is ascension and what exactly is being empathic. Because when we have a real deep understanding, then we can really go ahead and we can really hold these people in a beautiful, amazing space, and we can get them the help that they need. Because when we have that real deep understanding of what really has been going on, then we can help them and we can create awareness. And that way we can spread the awareness. Because if you guys have scrolled through Facebook, I'm sure you guys have noticed that it's been nothing but people have been passing away. I see this like constantly. And so I'm super happy today that I made a post. I made a post this morning all about my stepfather. My stepfather had committed suicide a few years back. Now, this had happened, I think, 7 or 8 years ago, but this applies right now. This applies right now because I want to create a real awareness as to what is the dark night of the soul, because each and every single person on this planet goes through the dark night of the soul. And so let's have this real in-depth discussion about what exactly is the ascension process and what exactly is the dark night of the soul and what it really means to be empathic in these times, because these times are super challenging. As we all know, what has been going on, especially with COVID, especially with all the riots, just politics, like you name it. We've all been, some people are still enclosed in their homes. Some people are still under isolation. And so we really want to create a real awareness. So please share this video out so that we can create this real amazing awareness. So let's you and I, all of us here, let's open our beautiful, amazing hearts and let's open our minds so that we can create an open-minded awareness for what really has been going on with the dark night of the soul. So I want to just have a little bit of an explanation as to what exactly happens within the mind and what happens with the ascension process and what happens with being empathic. I'm going to go into a real deep discussion as to all of that. So I'm super happy for all of you guys' support, my beautiful friends and family. I love you guys so much as we really go into this real deep, in-depth talk about this important subject at this time, so we can really look and we can really create awareness. So my beautiful friends and family, so dark night of the soul. So every single person on this planet at some point, maybe once, maybe 10 times, maybe 100 times, goes through this process that is called night of the soul. So what happens is the dark night of the soul is when we get into this super reactive space, and this happens all within the mind. So what happens is we start going into these thoughts, and these thoughts are telling us basically that we're good for nothing, that we can't handle stress that has been going on. Some of us have lost our jobs, we've lost our businesses, we've lost all of our friends, and we've lost all of the support we have had. And so this is why I come to share, because let's be supportive. Let's all support each other as we move through this beautiful, amazing ascension process. So what happens is when a person goes into the dark night of the soul, this is the deepest place of darkness. And so because our mind runs on memories, So for instance, if we've been self-isolated a lot, I don't know if you guys have noticed, but as we have been self-isolated, what it causes is it causes us to really go into the mind, and it really causes us to start replaying. We start replaying all of these thoughts that are going through our mind, all the past traumas we have been through, all the past memories we have been through, because the mind is a memory storage bank. So every single thought we have is related to past memories. So if we want to take a look at things that have happened to us in the past, when we take a look at memories, when we just have a single thought, that what happens is when we create this thought, this goes back to past memories. And when this starts to go back to these past memories that we have had, what happens is because the mind does not know the difference between now and then, what happens is we replay these memories over and over and over again. This is what I call is a time loop. It's a time loop. What happens is the brain literally gets stuck, and the brain gets stuck into what we would be these time loops. And so what happens is when it creates that memory, so this memory of trauma, so I'm just going to give a quick example, okay? Let's just give a quick example so you guys really have a deep understanding of how it is that the mind works and how it is that we go back into what I call is time loops. So let's just say I want to become healthy, right? I really want to take care of my physical body. So I'm going to be doing exercise, and guess what? Now that I have self-isolation, guess what I can do? Oh, yay! I can start exercising, and guess what? I'm going to build up the best muscles, and I'm going to start losing the weight. So let's just use this as an example. So let's just say we make this decision. It's like a New Year's resolution, right? So we make this decision, and this decision says, oh, I'm gonna go and I'm gonna start eating healthy. I'm gonna start eating all my vegetables. If you're vegan, I don't name anything as a diet, okay? I label that as food for the body. Food for the body. So however it is that we choose to eat, We know what's best for our bodies based upon our minds. So let's just say I want to get healthy. So let's just say I'm like, now I'm going to be eating broccoli. I'm going to be eating chicken. I'm going to be eating potatoes. Like I'm really going to clean up my diet. And I'm really going to be ingesting food that is good for me. So I've been in self-isolation all day, and I'm so used to go, do, that when I can come back and I can just lay down and I can just sit there, what happens is the mind really just wants to think. And so when it goes back to this past pattern, let's just say that. Let's just say all of a sudden I see something and something triggers me, or I start to feel anxiety. I start to feel overwhelmed because my mind starts thinking about all these things that are going on in the world, like COVID, how I can't go anywhere, I can't shop anywhere, I can't do anything, how I'm sitting at home and I'm feeling bored. And so what happens is I go, oh, I'm going to eat this. I'm going to eat this broccoli. I'm going to get real healthy. So I get triggered. Next thing you know, I'm like going out to like 7-Eleven and I'm buying like that ice cream because we are looking to fill a void. So what happens is the mind creates a thought. And so because if you have had this repetitive pattern of eating unhealthy and of going to numb yourself with food, what happens is that creates a thought. And so let's just say this thought was, oh man, like I screwed up again. Like, wow, like look at me. And then what happens is the mind immediately goes back to these past memories of where you have tried something and where you have failed. And what happens is that creates an emotion. So let's just say I feel angry, like, oh, I'm so angry and frustrated at myself because holy man, like, can't I get anything right? So what happens is that creates that emotion and it causes what we call as a thought stream. So we get that one single thought, we have that emotion, and it creates a thought stream. And this is what I call is a thought loop. So the mind goes through repetitive thoughts and repetitive patterns. So the mind keeps going through these repetitive thoughts and these repetitive patterns. And so that also works as well for trauma, because based upon everything that has been going on this planet, there's a lot of things that are really super triggering. Like I know a lot of people have gotten off of Facebook, a lot of people have gotten off of social media just because of how triggered they get when they see continual negative posts and continual negative on the TV. And when you go talk to people, all they talk about is negativity. So when we go back into those thought streams, so when we have sat back and when we are looking at these memory banks and when we were looking at these thought streams, these thoughts, because we think 70,000 thoughts in a day. So if we've sat and we've actually just thought about a particular situation, let's just say for 3/4 of a day. So let's go 50,000 thoughts. Let's just think about this currently right now in this moment. 50,000 thoughts. That's one day. That's one day of continuous thinking about something that has been bothering us, something that we have felt stress about, something that we have felt anxiety about. So let's do the math, okay? I'm not very good at math, but let's do the math. So if we go 50,000 thoughts, and let's just say we've been in self-isolation for a month. So let's just say this is really starting to eat at us, really starting to bother us. So based upon those past memories. So if we do the math and we go 50,000 thoughts times by, just 1 month, we are looking at over 1 million thoughts. So let's really take a look at this from a deeper aspect. So 1 million thoughts that we have thought in the past month. So as you can see, the mind just starts going crazy. And we know that when the mind starts to go crazy, we really just want to numb out. We go back to these past behavioral patterns of where we numb out. If we look at alcohol sales, right, like currently, let's look at alcohol sales. Alcohol sales have gone up 300%. 300% since the start of the self-isolation. So when we look at how much we are getting triggered, all of us, each and every single one of, into these reactive states, unless we have a way to be able to cope and to be able to handle. And this is, we're talking normal, regular people. We're not talking about people also who've had a huge mountain of trauma. Now, when we're talking about people who have had a huge amount of trauma, when they get put into self-isolation and when they get stuck, because their brains are already stuck. Their brains are already stuck in those repetitive thoughts, those repetitive loops. It's what I call as a program. Our brains are supercomputers, and we have been programmed. And we've been programmed into these states. So the brain, when it gets programmed, when you get stuck in this state, what happens is that starts creating more and more and more thoughts. And those more and more thoughts lead to behaviors. I know society labels things as addictions. I don't label anything as addiction because I'm going to tell you why. Because of these time loops that the mind gets stuck into, it's just a behavior. So when we take a look at addictions, we go to the core root. The core root is of whatever it is that society labels as an addiction. That is just a behavior, and behaviors can be changed. So when we take a look at dark night of the soul, these are places of where the mind doesn't really know how to just shut up, where the mind continually goes on these repetitive thought patterns of this repetitive loops, and the mind gets stuck. The mind literally gets stuck into these repetitive thoughts, into these repetitive loops. So now let's talk about, now that we have this deep understanding of what happens with the mind when we take a look at people wanting to check off the planet. This is what's going on with these people when they want to check off the planet. They are stuck. They are literally stuck in these programs. They're stuck in these thought loops. They have no way to be able to handle, to go into, to be able to process these thought loops. And so if you have had a lot of trauma that has happened in your life, the brain goes through so much that the brain can't handle it. We can't sleep, we can't go about our day, we feel entrapped, we feel like smothered. And this is what has really been going on with the dark night of the soul. And because as we are moving through what I would call is the ascension process. Now, I know a lot of people out there know and are very aware of what we would call to be the ascension process. Ascension process is evolution. And so let's have a real look at what really has been happening with the ascension process itself as well. Because ascension and evolution is raising consciousness. It's raising consciousness not only for ourselves, but for mankind. And so when we take a look at that, I take a look at the quantum field. So the quantum field, as everybody here knows, we are all interwoven, intertangled, all in this field of oneness. And so when we take a look at this field of oneness, we are all interwoven. So that means our thoughts are interwoven. That means our emotions, how we feel, is all interwoven into this field. So let's talk about the ascension process. Now, I know a lot of people are super excited for this ascension process, and guess what? I am one of those people. I am super excited for this amazing ascension process, the raising of the consciousness as we shift into a beautiful, more awakened space. This is a space of where we know that we are beings and we are energetic beings, and we are energetic beings of pure light and of pure love. We are absolutely amazing, beautiful creatures. But what happens though is before we can actually go through the whole raising of the consciousness, we go back, because we can't raise our consciousness until we have fully gone through and fully processed and are fully aware of exactly not only our own personal trauma, but also the world. Because let's look at the world on a bigger scale right now. So as we're moving through this evolution, as we move through the evolution into the higher realms, into the conscious, more awakened spaces of where we know the truth of who we are energetic beings, we are pure love, we are pure light, and we know that we are all united in this most amazing field of pure love and of pure light. But before we go there, we have to go through these dark night of the soul. And to be honest with you, there's a lot of people out there who don't know how. They don't know how to move through those places of darkness. They don't know how to move through those places so that they can really create an open awareness, so they can really move through this ascension process. Now, I know a lot of people are excited about 5D, right? But I'm going to share one amazing thing is that, guess what? 5D ain't the end goal. Let's be truthful. Let's be honest right now about the ascension process, because let's take a look at creation. When we take a look at creation, creation's like a big, let's just say it's the Big Bang. Okay. So boom. Okay. So we have fractals. So all those fractals have now been spread. And so what happens when we take a look at the Big Bang Theory? We go, oh, guess what? What happens is evolution. Creation. And so as we take a look at that, we have been constantly evolving as we go through time. So we're constantly evolving. So when we take a look at 5D, this is not seriously the end goal, my beautiful friends and family, because let's take a look at creation, Big Bang. Okay, so we have the Big Bang. The Big Bang goes out. Okay, then we have the evolution. We start evolving. We start adapting. And so guess what? Even when we hit 5D, guess what, my beautiful friends and family? Guess what? We're still going to be ascending. We are still going to be ascending, my beautiful friends and family, because it's all about evolution. Because we got 5D, we got 6D, we got 7D, we got like freak all the way up until we are just absolutely pure light. So 5D is not the end goal. The end, because we're just going to be continuously evolving. And I don't know how many millions of years this is going to take, but that's okay. That's okay. So that is the ascension process. The ascension process is not that end goal of 5D. It's to keep going, to keep ascending, to keep evolving, to keep shifting not only the mindset, but keep shifting our beautiful, amazing bodies and to shift the entire planet into a more beautiful, awakened space. So let's chat about empath. Let's chat about that. Let's talk about empaths. Because, you know, we hear this term all the time, right? We hear the term empath all the time. So let's really talk about the empath. So what is an empath? And an empath is somebody who can feel energies and emotions. So, my beautiful friends and family, okay? So as we are all, let's be truthful and honest about empaths as well, okay? Because I only speak truth, my beautiful friends and family. So empaths is the ability to feel. And guess what? Guess what, my beautiful friends and family? We all feel. Every single one of us feels. And every single one of us can adapt and can feel other people's emotions. Because as we are shifting the consciousness, when we are creating an open awareness, not only for ourselves, but for other people, we are all energetic beings. We all have what is called a torus field. So this torus field runs around us. And so when we take a look at, like, let's go to a situation. Let's just say two people are fighting outside of my parking lot. I can go over there and they're like yelling and screaming and they're punching and they're swearing. Well, guess what? I can feel that. And same thing with everybody else. So everybody else who's within this field, because we all have a torus field, and we can, and everything we deeply feel gets put out into this, what we call is a torus field. So when it's getting put out into this torus field, how many people do you think can feel that? Oh, wait, everybody. Because if you notice, like, I live in an apartment building. So if those two people were fighting and things was going on in the parking lot, everybody's attention goes there. Everybody goes, oh, it's like fire trucks when they come screaming, right? We go, oh, what's going on? Like, let's go have a look and let's see what's going on. And we can all feel that. So let's take a look at what has been happening in the quantum field. The quantum field is where, remember, quantum field is where we all intertwined into this beautiful, amazing field where our thoughts and emotions are put into this quantum field. So I know a lot of people have been going through the dark night of the soul. So they start having thoughts. And those thoughts are, I don't want to live anymore. I want to check off this planet. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't want to be here anymore. I lost my job. I lost my business. I lost my friends. I don't have any support around. So what happens is, because our thoughts, and we are interwoven, go out into the quantum field. So when we take a look at a huge shift that is happening, so if we have millions of people, or let's just say even thousands, if we have thousands of people that are having these thoughts, and those thoughts are being interwoven into the quantum field of oneness, and because not only do we absorb emotions as being empathic, we absorb thoughts. Because thoughts go through the quantum field, and thoughts can also be absorbed into the mind. So if we have thousands of people who are wanting to check off the planet right now, and those thoughts are going through the quantum field, whoever has an open mind, whoever has created an openness, who's not created any single awareness, and who has not worked with their personal trauma, those thoughts get absorbed. So let's really think about this right now. So when we have thousands of people that are thinking thoughts of, oh, like crap, I don't want to live anymore. I don't deserve to live. Look what's happening. The world's all fucked up. Then when they have those thoughts go into the quantum field. So those thoughts weave their way into other people's minds. So it's super important through this period, especially through this period, that we are aware of the thoughts we are thinking, and we are aware of the emotions that we are feeling, because everything is interwoven into this field, and this is a field of oneness. So let's take a look at suicide rates. Suicide rates have gone up. And I mean astronomical. I didn't have time. I was actually going to go on. I was going to look at some statistics. And I know that a few years ago, the statistics with the suicide rates was here specifically in the Edmonton region was 12 people per day. 12 people per day. And that is just in this one city alone. So when we look at how many cities are in the world, And because of all this trauma that has been coming up, and because of all the people not being able to move through this, and because of the thoughts that are getting created within the quantum field, let's think about how many people each and every single day are thinking these thoughts of they want to check off this planet and to leave this planet. And this is why I really come to share today, because we want to create an open awareness so that we can really assist others. We can assist others as we move through into the higher realms of consciousness. And it all starts with us. So we really want to be aware of the feelings that we are having and aware of the thoughts. And let's check in to see if those thoughts are our thoughts. Because remember, we just went through what happens in the quantum field. Because everybody's thinking thoughts, those thoughts get sent out into the quantum realm. So when we have thousands and thousands and thousands of thoughts going around within the quantum field, remember the mind that's open. The mind that's open. So we absorb those thoughts. So we really need to tune in and see what is our thoughts and what is not. And if you haven't done any sort of mind work, if you haven't worked with your thought patterns, you haven't worked with your emotions, then what is going to happen is you're not going to be able to decipher what's yours and what someone else's. And so same thing comes with being empathic, right? If you haven't done that mind work and really tuned and fine-tuned yourself, all that junk or all that programming, shall we say, because everything's a program. Literally everything is a program. It's a program within the mind. And so let's really have a look and let's really work at ourselves. Let's really work at having amazing thoughts, okay? And deciphering your thoughts. So my personal recommendation, okay, so I am a mastermind specialist. I am a specialist in thoughts and I am a specialist in emotions. And if anybody is struggling out there, please reach out to me because I can really help people. And how do I help people? I'm like the Control Alt Delete. So you can come see me and we can Control Alt Delete past programs out of the mind, because we also cannot move through the ascension process if the mind is cluttered and full of junk. If the mind has keep going through these patterns and keep going through these thought loops, how can we make room for the universe to be able to receive the messages, the beautiful, amazing messages from the universe, if we have not cleared our minds? Because the mind is full of junk, past programming. And not only because that past programming affects us, we also are being programmed by what is happening right now. We're being programmed by media, being programmed by people. Everything we see, smell, taste, hear, or feel gets programmed. Repetition gets programmed into the mind. So not only are we like dealing with these past programs that have been happening, but we are also being programmed. Programmed by social media, programmed by parents, programmed by there's endless ways that we are programmed. We can actually go back and we can take our power back and know that we are free sovereign beings, and we can come and we can Control Alt Delete programs out of the mind, and we can come and tune into our heart. Because the mind, let me tell you, is either your best friend or your worst enemy, right? Like, let's think about the mind. Let's think about how our mind is always trying to deter us from really going in and really feeling and really tuning into the heart space. The heart always knows what's best. Our heart always knows best. So to really create an open heart, to start working with the heart and to start working on what it is that you desire to feel and work from that and delete all that crap out of the mind so that you can be open and so that you can receive the beautiful, amazing messages from the universe. Because when we're stuck in those thoughts, we can't create anything new. Nothing new can be created within the mind. So my beautiful friends and family, so let's really go back and do that. I appreciate each and every single one of you because I'm telling you, not only did my stepdad go through he went through a lot, and this was like before I knew anything really about specialized in the mind, thoughts, emotions, what exactly happens, things like this. And so when he checked off the planet, that really started to create an open awareness for myself, so that I can really come in and I can really share with amazing, beautiful friends and family, so that we have this real deep understanding. So not only did my stepfather, but me also myself, I struggled not once, not twice, not 3 times, or at least 5 times. At least 5 times, me, myself, I seriously got into bad spaces, into those time loops. And when I got into those time loops, I really wanted to check off the planet. And it's not that I really wanted to, and here's the thing too, as we're going through a spiritual ascension process, because we know the truth of who we are, which is spirit beings. We are beings of love. We are beings of light. We know this. We are super powerful beings. We can bring into existence and create anything we want. And so because we have that awareness, guess what happens? When stuff starts going wrong, stuff starts going downhill, because we know that we are beings of pure love and pure light, we go, hey, you know what? Yeah, I don't want to be here anymore. Like, screw this. Why did I choose to come down to this stupid planet? Like, everybody around here is messed up. So even as we're going through the ascension process and the awakening process, we're like, holy crap, like, screw this. I want to get the hell out of here. Like, this is even too stressful for me. And so this is why I come to share. So not only as we move through the awakening process, we can actually go through that ourselves as well as we go through this awakening process. And that's why it's super amazing that we have tools. We have like a big box of tools, a tool that we can reach in. And when we start to get into these reactive spaces, create awareness for ourselves, and come back into the truth of why we have come here, and the truth of our truest purpose and our truest passion on this beautiful planet, because there's a lot of us out here who are light workers. We are here to either hold light, we are there to share light, we are there to help people to heal. And so to come back into that space. And we can't hold anybody, we can only hold people to the space that we have been ourselves. So if we haven't gone to the deepest, I mean the deepest darkness, we are unable to hold that space for other people. And so if we can't hold that space for other people, then we go through the deepest darkness, which causes us to go, hey, you know what? Like, screw that. Like, why the hell am I here again? Like, look at all of this trauma. Look at all this stress. Look at all these people. Like, look at them. They're all rioting. They're all going crazy. Nobody has a job around here. Like, am I even going to be able to eat? When we start looking, my family's messed up. I'm stuck here alone in my apartment. I don't know what it is that I'm going to do. So when we go into those spaces, even though we are awakened beings of pure love and light, we go, hey, you know what? Like, get me the hell off this planet. So even us ourselves. That's why it's super important for us to be real aware of the thoughts we are thinking, the emotions we are feeling, and real tools that really to be able to help us to move through these spaces, my beautiful friends and family. So I do help a lot of people to control, alt, delete crap out of the mind. I work specifically with memories, memory banks, thoughts, and emotions, and we can clear the mind. And we can throw that out into the black hole. We throw it out into the black hole where it gets to transformed and shifted into nothing but pure love and light, my beautiful friends and family. There's so many amazing tools. There's so many amazing tools that we can use, and we should all come together united as light workers as well. So when we come together as unified light workers, we can also assist each other in this beautiful field, because what happens is now the world's looking to create a divide. Like, let's divide everybody, including us as light workers. And that's why we need to come into this unified field of oneness, of where we can all help each other. So not only to help each other, but to go out and to be able to help the world so that we can move through the deepest, darkest spaces. Because when we take a look at things like racism, we take a look at COVID, guess what? Those are patterns. So not only do we have patterns in our minds, but we have patterns in history. So if we take a look at these patterns in these history, how can we ascend as a whole collective until we have gone through not only the patterns within ourselves, the patterns generationally, but also the pattern of mankind? So this is super important for us to all create an open awareness and to really all come together in the beautiful, amazing field, my beautiful friends and family. So I want to know, thank you so much, my beautiful friends and family, okay? Thank you so much. I appreciate your support. I appreciate your support, my beautiful friends and family. Does anybody have any questions, any comments, anything that they would like to come on and share? Please type in the comment box. Please type in the comment box, because I will gladly share some tools. Does anybody want to know some tools? Please comment in the box. Yeah, I'm super happy. I'm super happy. So, because we want to create awareness. We want to create awareness of not only what's going on for ourselves and for really what's happening in mankind and what's happening with our ascension process, our evolution, our awakening, and to know that we are all love and light, and we are all energetic beings, and we can all absolutely come together and we can help each other out. And please share this video out. Share this video out if you guys know of anybody who's been going through this type of process, because even us, as we have already raised our consciousness, we've already worked on ourselves a lot. We just go through this process. Okay. Hey, my beautiful Manon. Infinite love and gratitude. Tools, please. Yes. Okay, Jamie, so we begin to work on our dark night by being aware of our thoughts and emotions. Yes. Yes, Jamie, the best thing to do is to work on your thoughts. So really to keep a thought journal. So here's an amazing tool that I use. So let's say, for instance, I have a thought journal. So I'll just write down a thought. And then if that thought creates an emotion, then I'll just write down the emotion. But a lot of the time here, when we go to create thoughts, when our mind cycles really quickly. Our mind goes through so much really quickly. So what I do for my personal self is I do vlogs, okay? I go on and I do a vlog. And you know what? You don't have to share this with anybody. It's like a video diary. So I'll go on and I'll speak. And I'll just be walking around the house. And just so you know, by the way, walking and breathing activates right and left hemisphere of the brain that helps to process. Okay, my beautiful Manon and Jamie. So you can use vlogs. Vlogs are very, very, very great. And you can talk for as long as you want. Or you can write them down. But I find that the vlog works really good. And to go for a walk. Go for a walk, because walking and breathing helps to process emotions and thoughts. So as you're talking, and you're walking and breathing, that processes thoughts and emotions. Oh, I have another one too. Okay, Matthew, I'll get to your question after. So I have another one too on how to activate right and left hemisphere of the brain. And it's a very simple breathing exercise. It's so simple, this breathing exercise, because we want to activate right and left hemisphere. We want those two to come into alignment, because the left hemisphere of the brain is that logical part and the right hemisphere of the brain is the creative part. So we want to get those two working together. So very simple, easy breath technique that you can do. And I'm telling you, it's so calming. It's so calming. So all you want to do is simply you want to use a finger and just block off one nostril. And then what you want to do is breathe in through this nostril. Hold the breath. Switch to the other nostril, breathe out. Everybody just try it. Try it, because you'll be able to notice. Okay, so breathe in through that nostril. Hold. Just switch. Breathe out. Everybody just give it a try, because I'm telling you, you're going to see a huge difference in the mind and the calmness. So just breathe in through the nostril. Hold the breath. Switch the nostril. Breathe in through that same nostril. Long, slow, deep breaths. Feel the body relaxing. Feel the mind come into relaxation place. Feel the body relaxing. Breathe out through the other nostril. So you can do this 3 times, 4 times, 5 times. You can do this for 5 minutes. You can do this for 5 minutes. You can do this for 10 minutes. That breathing exercise really creates brain waves and really allows the brain waves to come into a space of not high brain waves. We want to take our brain waves to a theta space. So the theta space is a slower wave space, because when you're getting reactive and you're in those stuck in those time loops, the mind keeps going. It's like the mind won't shut up. You're like, oh my God, just shut up, mind, shut up. And then we go numb ourselves with food, alcohol, drugs, shopping, online shopping, social media, like you freaking name it. Okay, so really to do this, that breath work is really great. And vlogs. So be aware of thoughts. So keep a thought journal. And when you go to keep a thought journal or a thought vlog, what you can happen to notice is you start seeing patterns. You start seeing patterns of how you think. And you begin to notice, you're like, oh, I look back, oh crap, like, wow, I've had this thought pattern for 30 years, 40 years. And then we can go in and we can Control, Alt, Delete those programs, and we can absolutely reprogram our minds. We can do it ourselves. Also, frequencies are really good to listen to. Let's see what Matthew say. How can we break the cycle of self-abuse quick and in the moment? Really go into the heart space. So go into the breathing. In through one nostril, hold it. Breathe out through the other nostril. Breathe in through that nostril. Hold it, breathe out. And then focus on the heart. Really open the heart and really just tune your awareness into the heart and just allow yourself to go into a space of to listen to what your heart desires. And when you can listen to what it is that your heart desires, you can put I am in front of that. So let's just say, I'm just feeling what I want to feel right now, and I want to feel peace. So I can simply say, I am peace. I am peace, I am peace, I am peace. And then what you can do is you can quickly shift that. You can either journal about it, you can do some visualization. Visualization, by the way, is amazing because the brain doesn't know the difference between what's reality and what's imagination. So you can go and take yourself into a visualization, really see peace. So just ask the universe. I'm telling you, just ask the universe. Universe, please show me how I am peace. Universe, please show me how I'm happy. Universe, please show me how I am free. Universe, and when you ask, the universe is going to show you signs. So just be open for those signs. Just be open for those signs, my beautiful friends and family. Hi. Hey, my beautiful friends and family that join. Does anybody have any other questions, something that I can really help them with in this present moment? And for those of you who have just joined, I invite you please to go back and watch the replay. And to please also share out. Share out as we want to create awareness about dark night of the soul, quantum field, thoughts, emotions, and the ascension process. Okay, my beautiful friends and family, I'm just going to check. I love you guys so much. I love all of you. I love, 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 love each and every single one of you. Infinite love and gratitude. And by the way, do you guys know that the highest frequency is, guess what? Infinite love and gratitude, my beautiful friends and family. So to really just go in and just, you can repeat that. Repeat that in your mind. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. Infinite love and gratitude. So the breathing, infinite love and gratitude, open the heart space, thoughts and emotions. Thoughts and emotions, my beautiful friends and family. Oh, thank you so much, my beautiful sister Manon. I appreciate each and every single one of you. I really, really do. From the depths of my heart, I'm always sending you guys much, 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 much beautiful love. So tomorrow night, I don't know if anybody here who is not on my group page, tomorrow night, I'm going to be coming in, I'm going to be teaching a technique. And so the technique I'm going to be teaching is how to channel light. We're going to be channeling light. It's like sun gazing, but like on steroids, because we don't actually have to channel that sunlight. Sure, sunlight is really amazing. It's really great for us, but light is everywhere. Light's everywhere. We just have to know a tool on how to channel the light. And to know that we can channel the light no matter if there's sunshine or if there's darkness, it doesn't really matter. And when we combine that technique with sun gazing, it's like freaking like on steroids by 10 million times. So I'm going to be coming on my group page. My group page, of course, is called Infinite Love and Gratitude. So I'm going to be doing a live tomorrow night, a beautiful exercise of where we can really go in and we can learn how to channel light. And that's really going to help us because we want to fill ourselves up with light so that we're not filling ourselves up with like alcohol, drugs, whatever it is that we tend to fill ourselves up with. Okay, my beautiful friends and family. So I'm super, super, super excited. I'm super blessed for each and every single one of you. And thank you so much for coming on for my live tonight. And I look forward to seeing you guys again very, very soon, my beautiful friends and family. Have a beautiful, amazing night. One love, one human family. Create amazing thoughts, create amazing feelings, and let's all be united together in the power of love. Infinite love and gratitude, my beautiful family. Have an amazing night. Infinite love and gratitude. Love you all.